Welcome back to Old Man Gaming. We're back here in Gold Rush hard mode, so Rivertown. Today we're gonna just dig some more. I think perhaps what I'll do, so we can get the dump truck down here, is we'll just dig out a way down here, and then we'll go from there. I mean, we have a way down over here, but we don't have one over here. So I'm gonna dig it out over here, and that's what we're gonna start with, I think. So maybe we should move the, I don't know if I can highlight those. I don't know if I so I'm not looking for a big clean out today, because I'm gonna just do some, so I don't even know where those are at. Let's highlight a few things, see if we can figure out. I think it's like somewhere here, but I don't know. That's 0. Let's make a road here and see if there's just, so we got still quite a lot in here. So all right, let's look at this. All right, so that's where that road was. So that works for me. This one here's what it's showing. I can't highlight those because we just don't. We'll turn those guys off so we're not confused at what we're doing. And that guy. Well, I mean, we could. Yeah. I just kind of wanted an area that I could look at so I know where to put the this over here. Out of the way. Maybe this episode we won't tip our dump truck over, because we've gotten pretty good at that. I think the last 2 episodes we've done some, you know, like you go out the country, you do some cow tipping. Well, I like to go into the gold claims and do some dump truck tipping. Yeah. All right, let's see. We got my remote control going. That's what my son used to call my oldest son, who's now in the army. Oops, so I want to digging. Okay, and now we want driving. That one's the one. All right. Oh, I want driving. So yeah, the remote control to the TV. This is a controller, but it's, you know, remote control, right? I'm controlling something remotely. It's not hooked up to the. Oh, there's a light that's out. I'll have to go fix that. I also think we have a broken bucket. That's what they are, buckets. So well, maybe we will just start here. And so I want to dig all this out this way. I guess parking the dump truck over here might be the best place. Okay. So I guess we don't need lights. It's not. No, I was looking at the parking brake. Oh my gosh, I feel like I haven't played for ages. Now it's this guy right here that's all broken. Okay. I guess I should turn this guy off. Okay, let's go get a light and get. I think I've got the update to get stuff from the store. Could be wrong. If that's the case, then maybe I won't, but let's see. Equipment store, we've got it. Very good. Okay, so we need some parts. We need something. buckets. Did we pass the bucket? No, I think they're still further down. Yeah, here's the buckets. I'll buy like 2. I think there's only 1 that's broken, but where are the work lights? They were this far down. Okay. Yeah, we'll just buy that many. We'll buy those things and call it quits. I hate that the cage just in. I will have to stop it, but I guess it's fine. Just check the water. I've been running it for a while without too much, you know, like this thing's so. Oh, the repair guy's repairing it. Kind of a little late, but oh well. Let's go check the water here. Yeah, we're at 500. We got half water left, so that's good. I'll go ahead and grab the light anyway. I know even if he fixes it a little bit. Oh, we got a button too. Okay. We haven't installed it yet. Since this light's flashing and I know it could bother some people, I'm gonna fix it. Doesn't bug me too much, but so if I remember right, Out of Ore has an update today that's going to have a few cool things. Like it's going to have where you can switch between vehicles, a lot like here in gosh, I can't remember everything they had. I looked at it a little while ago. Not today. It's like a week or 2 ago that I remember looking at it. That has some cool features, so I think we will fire that one up next and play that one. So we have 2 today. I'm going to stop this thing anyway and just take a look. Does it show me the broken one? Normally it does. Even though he's working on it. Get up in there, damn it. So you're not going to show me any of the ones that are broke. I just have to guess. Oh, that's lame. Okay, you know what? Fine. Wasting water. Let's get crack-a-lacking. Okay, get to our... Well, it's getting close to, I guess, finals time. It's not really final, like we don't have tests, but we have projects we have to turn in, which really, I think they turn out better than tests. So tests is like here is, you know, like you know a bunch of stuff, let us test a little bit. But a project's like, take all that information that we've taught you and put it into something that actually shows you know what you're doing. And so I like projects better than tests because they will actually test your knowledge better than a test will. So that said, they're coming right up. I think it's a week or so. And then all I have is my practical periods left, which there is 2. There's one that's 9 weeks long. It is with a company that the school has already set up something with. The first one, and then the second one I have to find my own. It should be 3 to 6 months. I'm hoping for about 3 to 5 months, 3 to 4 months. But they're like, the longer you can get it, the better. And then I'm like, you're absolutely right. And you know, okay, here's the thing. If I can get a paid internship, I'll stay the 6 months. Don't really care. But if it's unpaid, I will only do the bare minimum they'll want me to, because I want to get out and get a real job and stop fooling around, you know. So I tell you, the income from YouTube just ain't cutting it. Not even income, man. It's like, oh look, I got enough this month to go get like a bag of candy. Awesome. It's a little more than that, but it's like it's enough to buy like a new game when they're released is about it. Sometimes enough to buy a AAA game that's been released. That's about what I'm making a month. I just gotta get a lot more views and things, and I'm not sure how to do it. We got 73%. Oh yeah, we're digging where I want to dig, I guess. Might clear away a lot of the front here, and then just makes it easier to get into this region. I don't know how flat the the bedrock is around here. I guess that's something I'll soon find out as we dig. I feel like having the dump truck at the bottom is going to make it easier and obviously a little faster. Not that we're trying to rush in this hard mode, because you know, this is about enjoying the game and just happily going along digging. We're not in a race for anything because, well, this definitely isn't leaderboard. It's like more like, let's just see how much money we can get out of this. Guess I don't need the lights. It's like middle of the day. That's another thing I don't have to think about. Like, I'm like, oh, it's daytime. Maybe I'll wait till the night. But nope, don't have. I mean, I can if I want to, but there's no reason to. So it looks like we got 39 ounces last time, almost 40. I don't think we're gonna get quite that much this run because we're digging up here in the front where there's just not so much gold. Actually, I think I want to turn it like that, maybe. It's pretty close, I guess. Since we're digging up here in front, I might as well just dig it up. Dig it all, like make a really nice section that's like I'll probably even dig up this path I just made. Mostly just to get all the dirt out of the way. We are digging to get rid of everything, so it's a matter of, I mean, it doesn't matter. We're going to have to get rid of it at some point. And, you know, wouldn't mind waiting and holding off for some of the big cleanups to be around the end instead of getting all at the beginning. And then knowing, oh yeah, I just got crap dirt to dig. It can be a little devastating mentally to be like, all right, look at how much dirt's in this place and it's all junk. But instead it's like, I'll dig this junk for a while and I'll go get a nice good cleanup done from the nice rich dirt. You know, kind of breaks the monotony of, well, it's another 15-ounce cleanup, yay. Although here I think we were getting better cleanups in the dirt, so. Come on. What I'm thinking is we'll just move right now. The only thing about this place is how stupid the how bumpy it is. Really bugs me. That should be enough. I think we can kind of reach the higher ends of the... And then I still think we can reach the dump truck. Yes, we can. Very nice. This is less of a road and just like, let's clear it all out. Let's get rid of the front soil so we can really get back to the good stuff. And it's sad that that is the good stuff. But I wish, you know, I've played this map at least once or twice before, and there used to be some, or at least a hot spot in the back there. So I'm really disappointed that we didn't get one. Would have been nice. But I'm not going to spend $1 million to reset this to find out. If anything, I'll just go like get into a, I mean, that might be a good idea even, just to test and see how it kind of looks. But go into dollar mode and buy the claim. Well, you don't have to buy it, but you know, lease this claim, come up here and do a couple of resets and drill it out and see what we get. See how, like, if I remember it right, or if I'm thinking of some other claim here in Gold Rush. I'm glad to see my mechanic is actually working now, fixing the stuff. Finally making his, like, you know, earning his wages. Keeping my machines working like he's supposed to. Oh boy, don't tip over, don't tip over. Holy cow. This place looks like it's pretty notorious for that, because every time I've come up here it's been like, hey, let's tip over. I'm like, no, don't do that. I don't want to tip over. Gonna park here. Well, oops, kind of trying to miss this light here. Guess we could just park where there's no dirt. And then dig over here where there is dirt. I'm definitely going to change the angle a little bit. I don't know when the update's supposed to come out for out of ore. If it doesn't come out today, or if it comes out pretty late, then look for the video tomorrow. But I'm guessing it will actually be today. Both the update and me being able to make a video for it. It's early in my day. School just got done. Today's class was advanced node. Learning how to make servers to communicate with other servers to make a REST API. So, yeah. If none of that makes any sense to you, it's okay. It doesn't make sense to me either. No, it does. It's just different than how I've learned it in the past. So in the past, it was like no one else is going to use your server or like have access to your server and the data on it, but you and your company. And so therefore, there's no like need to make what's called a REST API, which is just a well, like a server that says here's a web address that you can put into your address bar, and it will grab data from our website that you can use to do whatever you want with. And so obviously it's not going to be like some classified data and stuff that you don't want people to have. You know, like for instance, in one of the classes we used an API that gives us all sorts of data for Pokemon. So we made our own little like Pokemon app, I guess. And you know, I guess I'm more, or have been in the IT field where it's all about big corporations, and you're working on their database that services their own like customers or their own employees. So you obviously aren't going to have that data being accessed by anyone except people that have you should have access to it, and they generally will access it through the company's websites, which are generally put through like if you're going to access it at home, especially like personal data and private data, you have to go through like a, what is it called now? A VPN, private network. Or they'll, you know, it's like accessed only from their own computers. They're on site, so you can't even access it remotely. So to write some kind of a script that says, here, give access to these people for all this data and this kind of stuff is, it's just new. It's the way the internet's going. It is actually the way they're building applications these days. Instead of, so, and this is where I don't kind of understand exactly yet, but you build a REST app for your app to communicate with your database in the back, rather than the way it was before, where the, well, okay, we're full, so I gotta. And generally, if you had a website, the SQL server or the database would be on the same server, and then therefore you could just make calls straight to it and not worry. There's like not a lot of security issues because they're both on the same server. But now there's this idea of there's a script that accesses the server. There's a script in the middle that just accesses the script that accesses the server, and then there's a public facing script that accesses the script that accesses the script to the server. I mean, I'm sure it's all, it's, I mean, there's a couple of programming fundamentals in there that they're using, obviously. Something called abstraction, where, well, I won't even explain it. It's, but also, this is them also trying to keep it more secure, because since the data is trapped away in several layers, it's more difficult for people to get into it and stuff. And obviously a lot of security things are written into to these servers, you know, like so we use Express and Node.js, and a lot of this like security features that in other languages you might have to write yourself are already there, which is nice, since that's why you'd want to run this kind of stuff. They've just made it easier. You know, for instance, if you don't know, but when you're running a database, like a relational database like MySQL and MariaDB, and even just SQL from Microsoft, there's things called, well, you could do injections. It's type of a cyber attack. And try to use, because you make a query to the server and ask for information. And if you do it the proper way, it allows you to run commands, which it's not supposed to. And that's what an injection is you're trying to inject the command that's already going in there with further commands that you can use to extrapolate data from the database. So oftentimes when you hear, oh, there's been a data breach, this is exactly what's happened, is someone has found a way to inject the, you know, basically a lot of times it happens if you have like a search bar, or like you're able to type in ranged data, or like, you know, like you're searching for something in a data, or say on a website, like a clothing store website, right? You can type in shirts or pants or whatever, and you can be pretty specific. Like they've made the searches so you can be like, you know, floral pattern shirts from the 70s or whatever, and then it will search the database and see if it can find those kinds of things. And so an SQL injection would happen is they would make the search like that, but at the end they'll type in some special characters that if injection hasn't been done like protection from the injection hasn't been done properly, it'll return some other value that will let them know, hey, you can run queries against the database, allowing you to make your own queries. And then in that case, they can then look for the users table and get all the user data. And that's when the data breach happens, is when they've been able to get in and start looking at other tables than what the website or the application would normally allow them to. And I mean, there's still lots of different security things that you can do to prevent that. Not just SQL injections. Also comes down to how much access the user is. Like for the SQL server, you have to have a user that can run all these commands, and depending on how you set that user up, you may end up giving them more access than they need. Like, you're supposed to give the user very limited access, but they don't really, at least in this school, they're not teaching us that kind of, because they're teaching us to be kind of a, well, it's called a full stack, so we know the front end and the back end, but they, you know, because we'd be juniors, I wouldn't be, because I'm a bit, okay, I'm like a junior as far as it comes to React and things, but back end, front end development overall in general, I've done plenty of times, so, or like plenty of years. Just realized we're on 3 or 4. I think this is the 4th one, so let's see how much we got in here. Yeah, okay, so we do need one more. At least one more full one, so that's where I want to do it. Yeah, I'm going to back this up a bit more. Now we can move the excavator around a little bit. Let's do that. We'll just dig up over here where there's maybe some good gold. I don't know because I don't have it highlighted, but we've been digging back here, so it's very possible that it's got some good gold in it. So, yeah. I mean, all this I've learned because I've done more of the like back-end programming for corporations rather than for like little applications that run smaller things. I don't know. Kind of hard to explain, but yeah. And then I could go into a lot more detail, but I'll save you all the not that I don't think you're all smart, you probably all are, but we're all smart in different areas, and you know, like my wife, she's very smart as a businesswoman. I have to admit, I'm not as great of a person business-wise. Like, she knows, like, if she wants to go out and make money, she'll go out and she'll make money. She'll be very successful. And me, I'm on the other hand, I'm like more like the guy that'll be helping her make the money rather than, okay, I have this idea, let's go out and make some money with it. I mean, I think she's more of what would be called a visionary, and I'm way much more like a worker bee. But, you know, we're all classified in that kind of way, so I would prefer to sit down in front of a computer and just write programs all day, and that will make me happy and get paid for it. Where my wife is like, she wants to get out there, create new ideas, create new ways to make money, and then get a team together and make it happen. And she's good at it, so that's part of what she actually does. Is she's a coach, like a business coach, so she actually coaches other people how to do that as part of our business that we run together. Well, I mean, she mostly does all the running. I help a little bit in the finances, a little bit on the IT side still, mostly when somebody has a problem with their computer in some way. I'm always there to help. I also manage all the users for like email and any of our systems that we use, like not GitHub, but HubSpot and all those other kinds of membership areas. Like, for instance, that kind of stuff my wife isn't so great at. She just doesn't have the patience to go through and learn how to do it all. You know, and I'll just like, oh, this is easy stuff. But like, it's all, you know, I write programs to handle all that. So to sit down and just use the interface to handle it's almost as nice and makes sense to me because I, you know, obviously write the program behind those kinds of websites. So, or I could say I'm able to. I understand how it works. Well, I've done it before. So, like one project, we basically wrote up a backend that looks or like does the same functionality as WordPress, but without all the overhead that WordPress has. It builds a whole website, allows you to interact with everything in the website, change it all up. Now, because it's custom, we don't really have. It's not really set out yet for, or never was set up to like use. I want to say profiles, not profiles. Templates. Like if you wanted to change the view or like the whole template that you're using into something else, at this current moment, that project that was on would take a whole rewrite, basically. Or at least would have a whole bunch of additions that have to go into it. Oh, we left that on this whole time. Alright, well, we'll get over it. We're at 90% and I think we'll make it just fine. We didn't even get into the night yet, so I mean that's good. But we've dug out a good portion of the front here. I might come down and get this section right here as well. So one thing is just getting all this section up to like there. Just clean it all up. And then we have a great like place for continuing to dig back. See how far this goes. Like if we clean this all up, it almost looks like we'd be halfway done with this area. Let's take a look. Yeah, kind of see. It's not too far back there. But how many episodes is this going to take us? I don't know. We'll find out. I mean, this episode we can see what we did. We cleared away about 2 squares, like a 4x4 square here. And the only reason that is because this is pretty shallow. So, like when we get back, see, like digging out that hill over there, 1 square will probably be the furthest we get in an episode, maybe. Alright, I bought these. I can't even use them. Okay, it's telling me things are full. Exactly what I want to see. Okay, let's turn this thing off. Probably won't even turn the lights on because there's really no need for them. Still middle of the day. Since we don't really need to go to the... Oh, well, shoot. We need to go to the blacksmith, but I don't know how much I get out of that, so... I mean, I wonder if we passed midnight. I don't remember. So... let's see. These guys got water, right? Yeah, they got water. Alright. Well, let's just remember 39. I'm gonna just put it in a calculator because that's how I am. This calculator's taking forever to come up here. 39.34 is enough. Okay. Let's do it. Like I said, I'm not expecting a great amount out of this. But anything would help. I mean, we have... Well, we don't have a lot yet, so... I think the next claim's probably 800k. 21, what? Well... I think I was expecting a tad more than that, but... It is what it is. And at some point we'll actually get to just sell all the magnetite, which will be a bonus. Yeah, it really kind of stinks when you're not digging in the good gold. But it's pretty consistent though. Like all of these buckets will have 21 point something in them. So... Almost 22. Oh, we gotta go up here. Oh, no. We'll go over here. Oh, missed it. I was gonna switch this one out. Hopefully catch it before it ended, but I guess it was just too late. Alright, let's get a bucket of gold going here. No, gold mud, right? So we haven't even gotten 10 ounces yet. Wow. Well, I know that was like the most, or I should say the crappiest dirt is always right there at the beginning. So some of it only had a couple ounces in it. Okay, so now we need a bucket to collect our mats. It's almost thinking, okay, what do we do now? Because I had been running in leaderboard mode for a long time, and I did well. I did well. I won in both categories, if you hadn't heard. So I think that's cool. I think what helped was a couple of big players weren't there. So I mean, I'm pretty good, and I think I could have done it even better. I mean, I know I could have. There was quite a few days that I took a break on because I knew that competition was a little less than it has been in the past. So I wasn't going to wear myself out. Playing this game, like playing the game this way, doesn't have that same effect. Although I would like to get through this faster. Maybe I could try to start doing this one every other day. If y'all are gonna like it, though, you gotta like it, you gotta watch it. You know, if I'm getting like 40 views a day on it, it's not gonna really be worth it. You know, these channels are all driven by views. And if you're not watching the videos, you know, no sense in making them. Although this is one challenge I really want to complete, so hopefully y'all keep watching. So please like the videos if you haven't already. That's a big help for me. It gets this, you know, video pushed out to more people. If you're brand new, sign up or, you know, subscribe. That also helps the channel. And I've noticed, I was looking at some stats last week, or no, yesterday. I noticed a lot of people haven't turned on the notifications. So if you haven't done that, do that as well. That way, you know, you'll obviously get hooked up with all the cool stuff that I put out. We don't need this. But yeah, let's I appreciate each and every one of you that watch and that have subscribed. It means a lot to me. And I try to put out this best content for you. So let me know. I think next run, next leaderboard, which probably still have 2 or 3 weeks, but I am thinking the next leaderboard I might do yet another kind of like complete run through, show how everything's done, give all the tips. So let me know if you're interested, and I will do that again. Do it about every 2 or 3 leaderboards, it seems. I'm cool with it. I don't have any problems. If y'all want to see that, I'll be happy to throw out all the tips and tricks that... This one actually looks empty. What the heck? I just pick up an empty water thing. Happy to try to let you know everything I know, so you can play better as well. I have to say, with all of the things that I could teach you, you'd have the ability to make it to top 10. Or you'd have all the knowledge you need to get there. Then it's only about applying it and very specifically having time to just do it, because I would say 80% of the leaderboard is just time. Throwing your time into it and getting it done. You know, I've played over 3,000 hours in the game because of the leaderboard. It just takes so much time to, like, you just got to invest hours and hours if you want to be top 10. Like, if you go top 10 seasonal, it's a lot less hours, but if you want to be top 10 in the max gold, expect, you know, probably at least 3 hours, 4 hours a day gaming. If you really want to be top 10, it's like 6 to 8 hours a day playing this game, be in the top. Alright, those two in, because they dirtied the water a bit more because I can see it now. No, I think it's just the time of day, really. I'll put this one here, easier to reach it. We'll go grab this other one. So we got a bunch of buckets up here with water. Thing is still ticking, not very fast, but it's ticking away, isn't it? There it is, not more than... So 62.19. That will equal 22 ounces. Not too shabby. I mean, it could be a lot better, but it's not that bad either. So there's another awesome clean out done. And I think I'll leave this one here for today. So if you enjoyed the video, please give it a like. If you're brand new, please subscribe. And as always, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.